MK has gone too far. It's time to take a stand and try to save what's left to save. Alma is cornered and its people are lost. Reverie needs a heart for a new dawn to rise. Yeah, I think it's probably going to be Bond. Behind our every move, walking in our footsteps. The aspirations have always been there. They guided us, showed us the way, their way. The vision I had proved one thing. The world is always ready to change, and I must be too. The circle of aspirations is complete again. Very soon it will be time to put an end to all this and choose a new heart. Right? A heart to lead future generations, to lead the world. I won't be choosing only for Tina or myself. There are many things at stake, many lives. And after everything we've been through...
This is it. And I can't do it alone.
I'll need all the help I can get. Alright, Act 5, Chapter 1. Put the sweater on because it was getting kind of chilly. Let's get back into it. I don't know if this really works, like the patterns, but whatever, it's fine. We're just gonna go with it. A brand new day. I live in the aftermath of what the aspirations have done to Brittle. Oh boy. This better not have gone horribly wrong, or I'm literally gonna be so mad. Polly's room. I open my eyes and roll out of the sweltering cocoon of bedsheets.
Oh, wow. It's already so hot.
Something's off with the climate. Yeah, that's what we call climate disaster, baby. It's as if the heat never left the air, or our walls, our sidewalks, our bodies, not even in the dead of night. I stretch and rub my face and start in on my morning routine.
Oh, come on. You can do it.
This kind of mundane ritual comes as a kind of relief, but it won't last. It's been a couple of days since the aspirations told me they'd bring a change to the world. It's almost time for me to fulfill my role. In the meantime, I have things to take care of before the Naiads comes to life. This place is now home to dozens of prescients. After leaving MK's clutches, a lot of them had nowhere else to go. Nora welcomed them with open arms, and Ursula played along. It's nice seeing the Naiads so busy again. I just wish it was under better circumstances.
All right. Let's do this.
As I leave my room, I hear them chanting, screaming, a buzz, like angry bees surrounding an interloper. The protesters. Oh, Christ. Ever since Ursula drew up the lawsuit, there's been a pro-MK presence outside the Naiads. Fucking bootlickers, God. Today, there are a lot more of them than usual. There are signs, megaphones, and the occasional camera drone. Not the best start to a morning I've had. Isn't that harassment? Like, camping out on your front lawn and yelling at you with a megaphone and shit? Like, I don't think people are allowed to do that. I guess, because the Naiads is technically public property. No one owns it, so... Well, that's annoying. Every day is a struggle. I didn't ask the aspirations to focus on the Naiads. The Naiads stayed out of the fight. Well, that's kind of annoying, but whatever. I guess it's better to, unite all of Atina instead. The Alma commune almost decided to break ties with Atina. That's interesting. And the other one would have been more harassment every day. Alma didn't make itself heard or seen. revolution has spread and divided Atina. So that would have happened if I went with chaos and glory. So maybe it's probably a good thing. The Alma commune. That's interesting that they're breaking from Atina. It's almost been a week since the protesters decided we'd be better off without MK. Since then, the neighborhood has become the Alma commune. Every day we support each other and fight. As long as the MK is the government on Atina, we can't expect any concessions if we surrender now. Perhaps the trial will bring peace. Until then, the streets are blocked and surveilled. Trivids and phones are a rare sight now, and their activity is surely monitored by MK software. I've heard no news of Yana. Oh shit. In retaliation to the insurrection, MK has raised the cost of water and electricity for the entire island. Of fucking course they have, little shits. Their reasoning is that, quote, recent events on Atina have put our infrastructures on tension. As such, we are obligated to adapt the pricing of our services. Fucking bullshit. But we know no one forces them to do anything. It's a punishment and nothing else to put the blame on us. Only by pooling all our resources are we managing to buy time and get everyone what they need. Food supplies is the hardest part, especially since the sea is so polluted it's not safe to eat fish. Yeah. And this is why it's hard to have a revolution. You run out of, it's so easy for people to like cut you off and you run out of supplies and you don't have access to like food and water and shit. There's an association managing everything. Everyone participates, from each according to their ability, to each according to their needs. That sounds really nice and good. I have to go there to make sure we're all set. Nora is waiting for me, but Omar comes to me first. He looks serious.
Polly, news. Jade's bringing people in today. She's asking for you. She needs your powers to keep everyone safe.
Jade is leading help into Alma from elsewhere in Atina. They're bringing the food and supplies. We need to keep fighting MK. This is unexpected timing, but
I'll be there.
That's interesting and also probably useful. Yeah, they could probably use it. I guess I don't have much time now. Okay, so send Omar to help. Truth, the next steps will be difficult without his help, or Bonch. Nora needs my help. She's taking care of the prescience. What's this gonna unlock? Bring the prescience medicine. Well, you need a bliss crystal for that. Huh. Or Jade's mission of the day. Oh, you're gonna get there no matter what, so we might as well send Omar to help. Because we don't have a bliss crystal anyways, so we can't get the prescience medicine. Omar laughs.
When I realized I couldn't pursue my academic dreams here without MK controlling me, I considered becoming a thief to gain access to forbidden knowledge and share it with others. It might have been a useful set of skills now, but I rather like my liver remaining unpecked by eagles.
Strange thing to bring up, but okay. You mean like you don't want to die?
Soon drones will be taking over for the Eagles.
Yikes. He lets out a nervous chuckle.
Sorry. I have to see Jade. Can you take care of the usual stuff while I'm gone?
Certainly. Take care.
Cool. He's right, I should be careful. Something feels off. I'm just waiting for an assassination attempt or something. Because when shit gets really dire, that's when shit gets ramped up. Jade's mission of the day. How can I help? Castello Road. I head out to meet Jade. She's exactly where she said she'd be, and waves as I hurry over. We chat a bit about Nora and how she's doing, the Naiads, and how the Prescients have settled in. Then we move to the topic at hand.
A new batch of people want to cross over. Every day, more people want to try to switch sides and join us, hoping things will get better if we win.
That's really, really cool. She falls silent and gestures for me to follow her into a covered alley. We duck in and I hear it. A high-pitched whirring overhead. The sound hovers in place for a few seconds before moving along. The pitch warps as it flies out of earshot.
Those drones aren't supposed to be out until nightfall. We should be careful.
Yeah.
Soldiers are everywhere too. See, this is why I asked for you.
You know, I was thinking this earlier, but now I gotta mention it. This is really reminding me of Palestine, like, or just any example of occupation. Like, this is basically more or less occupation now, right? Like, and it's the fact that they're cut off, like the island's cut off from everything else now, the way like Gaza is cut off through like checkpoints, the checkpoint system, and their airport being destroyed. And I think it was like, I don't remember the exact year, but it was the early 2000s. It might have been 2003. I'm not sure. But, so yeah, like, the isolation and, like, the military presence, it definitely reminds me of Palestine, particularly Gaza.
We have people on MK's side of town willing to help us, but that won't prevent things from going south.
I have some errands to run. Perhaps I can find something to help.
Maybe, but be careful. Don't get sidetracked. Every minute counts.
Christ. Oh, that's stressing me out. I'm timed? Great, okay. Christ! Alive! Alright, infiltrate MK's territory, chaos. It's risky for you, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. Scout ahead and see if anything looks odd. Cause a diversion. Truth, you're not alone. Corrupt soldiers. Bond. Feel how united Elma is. I need 2 bond crystals for that, so that one's locked. Almost charity. This is the only way to get what we need. Ask for medicine. Ask for food. Power. Echoes of gunfire. Power. A wounded empire on the verge of collapse will do anything to keep its grip on the people. Yeah, I know. Okay, okay, up through here, and then give something in return, can we? People are with us, or a fundraiser. What do we need more, food or medicine? I think we need medicine for the prescients, right? So... Christ, alright, we don't have time to deliberate this. Almost charity, this is the only way to get what we need. No, that's locked. Oh, we need to do this one first. I head out into the city. Every time I hit the spacebar, I keep losing my overlay. It's so annoying. There's a collection of stores that provide for those in need. There's no catchy name, it's just called the Association. I certainly hope right now. I mean, Laszlo's garden can feed a few of us, but not the crowd we're currently dealing with. As I approach the first shop, I feel embarrassed. The other people here look in far worse shape than I do. Shame washes over me. Everything the Association provides to me is something it can't provide to them. How did things end up like this? Capitalism. Not just for me, for everyone here. Atina is a wealthy enough place, modern. There should be more than enough to go around. Capitalism. A drone buzzes overhead in counterpoint to my own conclusion. There's enough to go around, but those on top have taken it for their own. Yeah, exactly. I grind my nails into my palms, gulp down my emotions, and step forward. I mostly need food and medicine, but things are rationed as much as possible. Okay, food or medicine? I honestly don't know. We kind of need both. Like, we need medicine for the medication for the prescience, but everyone needs to eat. See, I actually really like this. The fact that you have to make hard choices like this, because this is true to life, unfortunately. Hi, yay, yay. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna go with food. I think right now it's more important. And food is like for more people than like just medicine to take care of one specific group. Like, I know that sounds heartless, but like, I don't want to have to play a numbers game, but unfortunately, it's where we're at, I think. So I'm gonna ask for food. My stomach grumbles as I wait to reach the head of the queue. I think of Nora's John face, of Ursula refusing even the smallest of meals with obvious half-truths. We need food. Finally, I arrive at the head of the queue and the woman behind the counter smiles warmly at me. She inquires about my day, lightly, gently. She knows not to pry. I smile and reel off some general platitudes. When she asks what I need, I point to the food stores. This should keep us going for now. A fundraiser. They share what they can because they do not fear it will be taken from them. Interesting. Corrupt soldiers. Oh, right. That's for, getting the new residents, right? Okay. A fundraiser. Yeah, let's do that. Hang on, I lost my overlay again. A group of Alma locals have gathered money to help us take care of the prescience and manage after Laszlo's death. It's not much, but it's enough to help. They set up a page using MK's own crowdfunding portal. It's hard not to laugh at the irony, yeah. I'm surprised MK didn't shut it down. So were the organizers, they tell me, but it was probably too small for MK to even notice. I can't thank them without crying. They hold me, these strangers, until my shoulders stop shaking. I'll manage, thanks to them. God, I feel like I'm gonna cry. This is so beautiful. This is just like community action and collective action and community building and people taking care of each other and like, this is what I'm talking about. This is what the revolution should be like. It's so beautiful. I love how the person or the people who made this game had like a clear vision of that and like believed in it, and it's just so good. It's so good. I love it so much. Okay, so what are we doing for this? Corrupt soldiers, bond. Greedy capitalists love to say that everything has a price, right? Find out what theirs is. Cause a diversion. You're not alone. Or infiltrate MK's territory. It's risky for you, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. I don't know if it's a risk I'm willing to take right now. What about this one? What's that gonna get me? What goes around truth? Do you realize the impact you're having? I don't know if we have time for that. Let's try causing a diversion and see what that does. Omar's here. I can see him whispering a plan to a group of supporters. Before I can ask what's happening, all hell breaks loose. Oh lord. The group scatters, pulling on masks while hooting and hollering. Others join in, and soon the whole street is a mass of bodies and sound. The troops nearby have snapped to alert. They don't know where to look. Jade's safe passage just became safer. Nice. Still true. We can count on Alma to have our backs. Okay. And we can still do these. But it's a one or another situation. Corrupt soldiers, bond. And then there's this, but it's still it's still, oh, that's gonna take me where? To up there? We can't see what that is. Attack on the block. Alright, I'm kind of curious about this one, though. What goes around? Truth, do you realize the impact you're having? Oh no, we need 3 truth crystals. Okay, never mind. I lied. Corrupt soldiers. Greek capitalists love to say that everything is a price, right? Find out what theirs is. I'm kind of curious to do this. We head out to one of the many barricades that have gone up across the island. I'm not sure what we're doing until Jade flashes a series of hand signs. Words with no sounds. One of the soldiers wanders over. I begin to wonder if we're all in a bad spy movie. He looks me over slowly, licking his lips all the while. It's all I can do not to punch him squarely in the groin. On my National Lesbian Day, I don't think so. Apparently I'm not hiding my intent as well as I imagined. Jade places a hand on my arm as she slips the man an envelope. 5 minutes later, he's back with several bags of supplies, a wicked grin on his face. I think he's already imagining how he'll profit from this deal. Ew. Fuck him. I mean, not literally fuck him, but like, fuck him. New residents. As we usher new people in, I spot a familiar face. Oh, that revokes echoes of gunfire. Well, I mean... And then go home, and then we have more repression in Alma. Have 1 chaos crystal. I don't have a chaos crystal. Or attack on the block. Have a power crystal. I don't have a power crystal. So, yeah. I guess we gotta do this one. New residents. As we usher people in, I spot a familiar face. The handoff is quick and it's tense. We open the barricade just long enough for them to pass. And just as we close it, MK's private militia crashes against us in full gear. People run to brace it up. Jade and Omar are furious.
That was less than ideal.
Sloppy. That was a real risk.
Sorry. Before we can say more, the crowd seethes, displacing us with another rush to the barricade. After a few minutes, Yana emerges from their midst and approaches me.
Dude, what a day. Up for a hug?
Okay, sure.
Yes,
Why not?
please. But quickly.
They just appear out of nowhere. Like, they materialize. One brief but very tight hug later.
Feels stupid to ask, but how's everything?
Yeah, that is kind of stupid to ask.
Not
But
great.
Right, gotcha.
We do have plenty of space at the Naiads, at least. They're always open to you, you know.
Oh, me? Well, what will the neighbors say?
yeah, aren't you still working for MK? They smile mischievously. At least something positive might come of all of this. Yeah, I think you need to not be working for MK if we're gonna have any kind of relationship. Yeah, alright, I might have fucked that up, but whatever. I didn't have enough power crystals. Or truth crystals. Maybe I should have infiltrated MK's territory, but I thought that was too risky. Yeah, we can't do this because we don't have enough truth crystals. Yeah, I can't do either of these either, so I think we just gotta go home. Oh, and there's all this stuff that we didn't even get to see. Alright. You have felt enough emotions for one day. Go home and tell the others what you did. I return to home with a couple of people who need a place to stay. Yana's one of them. As we travel, we make sure to stay out of sight of all drones. Ursula meets us as we enter the Naiads.
Good to see everyone here in one piece.
Mother? You remember Yana? They'll be staying here as well.
At last we meet again. Do make yourself at home, Yana. Your assistance has been very much appreciated.
Thanks. I try.
I smile at Yana's out-of-character formality. They notice and elbow me gently in the ribs. While Yana and the others get settled, I start to work, doing small tasks here and there. I want to make myself useful, help everyone here. Nora keeps me company as I roam the Naiads, giving me a running commentary on what I missed while I was out. She holds my flashlight a few times too. By the end of the night, I'm exhausted, but I feel a sense of accomplishment. We made it through another day. Can we do this one now? What goes around? Actions have consequences. My heart aches knowing that people are suffering because of us, but MK is at the root of it all. The coming days will be harsh, but the people who are generous to us don't regret it. But unless something miraculous happens, the situation can only get more desperate. How long can we help each other before we have to make an impossible choice? We need more bodies, more resources. I don't know. Still missing a power crystal, so I can't do that. I guess it's a good thing you didn't venture over to their side of Atina. Yeah, maybe. And then we have this, which isn't unlocked yet, I guess. On our shoulders, it's hard not to feel responsible. Oh boy. Everyone's a bit stunned by the day. We drift around like ghosts, processing everything that just happened. It's hard not to think this is our fault. Nora and Ursula have been considering how to keep helping the Prescients, and Jade and Omar are wondering how to keep bringing people and supplies into Alma.
At this rate, I'm even willing to say a prayer. Not certain who will hear it, especially with the revelation of Reverie. But it can't hurt.
Yeah. Soon, Omar will have to open his shop for the day. Money's still needed. Yana wants to help as well, but it's clear they're not quite at ease here yet. We have a little chat. Something deep, and I can tell they have something on their mind they aren't telling me about, but I can give them time. If they need to tell me anything, they know where I am. The more people work together, the more I feel warmth returning to the Naiads. We may not have a lot, but it's enough. MK won't stop, and if Alma surrenders, MK won't be kind to those who stood against it. Somehow we have to keep challenging them, yeah. As if we're not overwhelmed enough, I remember there's still a lot to do today. Repair a sink, change a light bulb, move furniture around to make some more space. Small stuff, but it adds up. Yeah, those are still not available to me. Can't do any of those. Whoops. At the end of the day, there's only one last thing to do. I am so exhausted. It feels like an eternity since I came back to Atina looking for Ursula. Things have only become more complex and uncertain since then. I just want to shower and sleep, but there's one last thing I should probably do, meet with the aspirations. No doubt that they expect to hear from me directly at this point. If I try to sleep, strange dreams will wake me before I can manage any rest. Dreams of mangrove roots, of chiptunes, of rippling water and colorful flames. In a time like the present, I cradle my medallion between my hands. Frank discussion, I'm not that close to Yana. Yeah, I think I accidentally locked out the romancing them route. Because, because I didn't get that scene on the beach where you can kiss them. So, can't do frank discussion. A forbidden feeling. The time is near. The time is near. I'm not exactly sure what this is about, but okay. Reverie's holding its breath against what's to come. I think of what's happened already. I think of how uncertain the future is for both our realms.
How are you feeling?
To be honest, horrible. Drained.
Yeah. Revolutions are exhausting. At least it looks that way. I've never personally been a part of one, but seems that way to me. Laszlo's dead. Yana's being targeted by MK. See, that doesn't really make a lot of sense because, like, yeah, sometimes we get, like, dialogue that, like, doesn't make sense unless you play certain notes. So then, like, you have people talking about things that never happened or things that you never knew about. So, like, I think that's from, like, if you have a conversation with Yana, but we didn't. But it's in there anyways. And then there was the thing about, like, it's hard not to feel responsible for what happened, like, but no one, like, died. Like, sure, we had the issue with the barrier where, like, almost people didn't get through, but, like, no one, like, got seriously hurt or injured, or it didn't seem like that. So it almost seemed like the narrative was talking about something else. So I think there's some continuity errors with that. Jade's been taking risks. Ursula's determined to go to war. Yeah, do we know that? Because we didn't talk to Ursula this chapter, I don't think. Nora's in danger. Omar's struggling. Atina's eyes are on us, and I can't help but wonder how much of this is my fault. I mean, it's not your fault, it's MK's fault. It's the fault of capitalism. You didn't start this shit. I'm starting to wonder if I should just stop. But that's wishful thinking. I've felt these doubts before. The only way to the future is forward. But I'm hurting. We're all hurting, and I need the aspirations to care. If I can't tell them how I feel, how can I make the choices I need to make? Yeah, alright, so... talk about Reverie. Open up about Brittle. You'll lose one truth crystal and one glory crystal, but we don't have a glory crystal to lose. Truth, not so long ago it was difficult to have an impact on your world. Do not say things you will regret. Talk about Reverie. I'm sorry we did not make you feel welcomed and appreciated. We will do better. Well, that's not necessarily the issue. It's just I could use some more help, I think, is the issue. I wish I knew exactly, like, what it would entail, but... call to reality. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, I'm not sure. Talk about Reverie, I guess. The aspirations manipulated me, tried to pressure me. They kept talking and talking inside my skull, pulling me to their reality whenever they see fit. They hurt each other, they lie, they're trapped in an endless contest. As these thoughts race through my mind, I make no effort to keep them private. Let them see, let them understand, I hope.
All of you? You're not good for each other. Or your own world.
Oh, that's harsh.
The terrible vision I saw told me that much.
It might be true, but... kind of harsh. Damn.
Are our realms really meant to be symbiotic?
Hold up. What are you saying?
Oh, this is why they say to never meet your heroes, darling. It's natural to be disillusioned.
You're correct that Reverie is imperfect and fallible. Indeed, brittle in its way. Your skepticism is not unwarranted, but neither is it productive at this stage.
Well, I don't care. I gotta vent my feelings. You can still open up a riddle, I think. We don't have a bliss crystal or a power crystal, though. Oh, you can either choose to leave or choose to stay. And what's this? Stop talking, I have to bottle up my feelings. What good would it do to unleash them? No, like, don't bottle up your feelings. Open up about Brittle. I need to open up to the aspirations about what's going on in Brittle. It's affecting me more than I can cope with.
We're mourning, Laszlo. MK is targeting us, and they're hurting almost everyone on the island. They've tortured the prescients. All over Atina, people are in pain, and they're hurting each other. Brittle is doing badly. And Reverie hasn't helped as much as I hoped.
Such a situation requires more than hope.
Well, at least I tried.
Oh, was that what you were doing? Trying?
This is our oracle. We must not dismiss her concerns.
Thank you. Bond's literally, like I said, Bond's a real one. Like, he's the only one who consistently has my back. I'll stay, or I'll leave. I don't think I can play this because I don't have a power crystal or a bliss crystal. So, yeah, I'll choose to stay. I think it's best in the long run. Oh, it's locked. No! Damn it. Or you can leave. Oh, I can still do a call to reality, even though I don't have a bliss crystal and a power crystal. Yeah, it's like I said last stream, like I still don't 100% get how all of this works. Like the node system, but whatever. They all look at me somberly. It's like a cold shower.
You have expressed doubts in the past, but we see now that we failed to cast them away.
Aspirations are not gods.
Okay,
Nor
fair
are
enough.
we omniscient. We have our limitations as humans do.
There's gotta be something we can still do, right? To make it even?
If Reverie is forsaken, Brittle will never endure.
Desperation oozes through every word and every pause and silence. They're trying to make me stay.
This isn't the end, darling.
So many voices, so many ideas, all collected without harmony. They talk like they're afraid if they let up for a moment, I'll leave.
It's up to her.
Yeah, Chaos is the only one who doesn't care whether I stay or go. That tracks. The moment has to come. If I decide to leave, I'll forsake the role of Oracle. I'll break the link between Reverie and Brittle. If I stay, I'll be placing my fate and that of my family in the hands of the aspirations. This choice will change the future permanently. Yikes. There's no going back. I don't know. I think I want to stay. Because I think cutting off the aspirations is probably a bad idea. But I don't know if I still, like, there have been some mishaps in the past, shall we say. I don't know if placing the fate of Brittle in their hands is necessarily a good idea. Glory, please, I need you. We need you. You need us. Together we can bring MK down and take our revenge. Alright. I'll stay. They've eased my worries, at least for now.
All right. I've decided. I'll stay.
I can't say I know exactly what you're going through, but you have my sympathy, darling. I was MK's prisoner and I was freed. I see you yearn for your freedom as well.
Yeah.
You may yet find it here.
At least, I'm not alone.
I have a family, a community, in Atina and in Reverie. Alright. Nah, didn't need to zoom in there. End of chapter. Act 5, Chapter 2. Standing upon the constant edges of decision. Oh boy. This is the final chapter. Kind of stressed, not gonna lie. Alright, let's keep going. I think we can actually finish the game today, which is not something I originally thought we were gonna do, but hey. Good on me. I didn't realize these last 2 acts were gonna be so fast. Happily ever after, Omar has found a powerful story to tell. There's so much noise in my head these days. Ursula's MK lawsuit, the aspirations urging me to choose a heart, the potential futures laid out before me like a board game. Everyone else is nervous too, stepping outside the Naiads. A group of prescients have suggested we take a walk and head to the beach. It might be a good idea to take everyone's thoughts off of all that's happened, but my mind is elsewhere. As everyone's getting ready to go, Omar approaches me.
I think now is a good time to try boosting morale. Right before battles, great leaders often tell stories or make influential speeches.
Why am I the leader?
I'm not a leader. And definitely not a great one.
May I remind you that you're the only one in touch with Reverie? Your scope of action is much larger than everyone else's. I don't doubt that it's uncomfortable, but people look to you for a reason.
Alright. Fine. I don't know how to answer that. I nod along as he produces a scrap of paper from his jacket and shows me a fragment of text. It's a brief excerpt from an old Oxian legend, just 4 lines.
It's about the darkest days of Athena.
Interesting.
A time when the Oxion civilization was on the brink of collapse. I think we should try sharing it with people.
Someone is calling us from the outside. It's time to go. Okay. Once upon a time. What about... I'd rather be alone. I'm not in the mood to hear more about Reverie. Oh, I guess that's if you stepped away from being the Oracle. Alright, I'll come. I'll find a way to change the world. So that's not like a thing anymore because we're staying at the Oracle, so... here we go. No, back this way. Fucking... Alright, once upon a time. By the time we step outside, the crowd has begun to drift toward the beach. It's gratifying seeing everyone together after all that's happened. The wind picks up a little, carrying the chanting and laughter far and wide. The poem Omar gave me is abstract. From what I can make out, it speaks of dark days for Athena, but also for Reverie.
There was a war? In Reverie?
Okay, yeah.
Apparently. It doesn't go into details, but it seems the fall of the Oxion culture set something off across the divide. The aspirations turned on each other. It was quite brutal, it seems.
Oof, that could have happened again, potentially, if I didn't step in.
They never told me.
I guess they didn't want to heap any more pressure on you.
Me?
You. The Oracle.
Yeah, you're already under enough pressure.
They couldn't find a way to end the conflict, so they created the first Oracle. In turn, the Oracle chose a new heart, and the war ended.
Interesting. He smiles. There's an almost wistful gleam in his eyes, something like nostalgia.
Of course, until this week, I thought it was all a metaphor. A parable on trust or something.
There's a giggle at the back of my mind, and chaos appears, striding alongside
And
us.
here I was, thinking all copies of that little ditty were destroyed. I'll have to tell Power. It'll send him loopy.
Ormor sighs, gently plucks the paper from my hand and reads.
It ends with the aspirations vowing to help Athena in return for the Oracle's aid. Sounds familiar.
I see what you're doing.
Me?
You. Maybe it would do everyone some good. to hear that what we're going through has happened before.
And everything's gonna be okay, yeah.
And that everything turned out okay.
I literally just said that, but yeah. But they don't know it's not a metaphor.
That's why stories exist, right? Community. A way to share experiences and to shape the collective imagination. To inspire.
True. Very meta, Don't Nod, but I love it. We've reached the beach. There's a good amount of people here. It's easy to forget how many there are at the Naiads with all its rooms and hidey holes. But it's spread out before us, yeah, that's a lot of people.
You coming?
Yeah. Just give me a minute.
I take his hand and pull the Oxyan poem loose.
I think I'm going to go straight to the source on this one.
He huffs in playful jealousy before removing his loafers and setting out across the sand.
Come on. I know you're there.
Oh, no fair. You cheated. All those powers of yours.
Oracle? Comes with a title. You were listening?
Only a bit. Well, a lot.
Want to tell me about it?
I don't know. The others might get all moody. They don't like talking about it. It's all ancient history this, and water under the bridge that.
Nothing's really ever water under the bridge. I look out across the beach. There are a few fires going now, but there's a sense of restlessness, a fidgety tension. The laughter from earlier has ceased.
Then again, perhaps a story might not be the worst idea.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Time to be inspirational. Oh boy. Hopefully this works out. There was nothing. Nothing? Really? Chaos. Nothing? Really? You gain one bliss crystal and gain one chaos crystal. Huh. Let Bond tell the story. I tried to negotiate a truce, or let power speak. It's foolish to think I would just sit there and wait. Power crystal and truth crystal. I do want a glory crystal, because I haven't really been getting many. But let Bond tell the story. Oh, it's locked. Damn it. Are these both locked? Let power speak. Oh, so it has to be this. Fine. That's annoying. I decided to just roll with it, play it by ear. With help, of course. Omar gathers the crowd together. With waving arms and a fair amount of theatrics, he tells them that I'm going to speak. That I'm going to tell a story. They actually seem excited.
The stage is yours.
He steps aside flamboyantly, and I move to the head of the group. There really are a lot of people here.
Hi, everyone. And so, this is an old Oxyan story that, well, I think it might be just what we all need right now.
Oh, let me tell it. Do go on. I'm ever so good.
Can't I do it? Fine, I think. But we need something inspirational, something pragmatic.
Pragmatic is my middle name.
No, it is fucking not.
Not
You're
really,
an exact
of course.
opposite.
It's Suzanne.
Love that. Love gender continuing to gender.
At first, there was nothing.
As starts go, that's pretty absolute.
At first, there was nothing.
Very nice, good diction. There was nothing for a very long time indeed. And then there was me. Chaos was born!
I don't know if I like the direction this might be going in, but okay, fine. I repeat the line, editing on the hoof.
The first aspiration born from humanity. You see, we're not creators, we're not gods, we're concepts.
Interesting. Okay, I've been basically calling them gods this whole time. Sorry. My bad.
Your concepts, made real by the collective subconscious.
My audience looks a little confused about where this is going, but it's too late to back out now.
As the first Homo sapiens looked out into the world, all they saw was chaos, unrest, freedom, unlimited possibility. From that possibility came me.
This is very you-centered. What about the other aspirations? There's a hint of pride there, that they were the first.
I helped them make sense of the world, embrace the limitless, appreciate the boundless potential.
Mm-hmm.
Then I came along.
I stumble over my words, restart the sentence, and rephrase Bliss's addition to the tale.
I taught humanity how amazing community could be. How sticking together made everything a little bit nicer, you know? Every time you lot take a new turn, one of us lot is bored.
Chaos and bliss, the first aspirations. It's hard to imagine a time when all humanity had was freedom and happiness.
And for a long time, it was just the two of us, wasn't it, you little gremlin?
That's right. I was the warm fire after a hunt, or a newborn's first squeal.
What about anger, resentment, and sadness? They don't really have aspirations for that because they are aspirations, they're emotions, but... yeah, anyways.
And I was the growl in the night, the open plain ready to be explored.
The crowd are back on board. Some are even leaning in to hear me better.
And after that, well...
Well, indeed. Things may have gotten a little out of hand.
I opened my eyes. I hadn't even realized I'd had them closed. Everyone's silent. Everyone's looking at me. Chaos and bliss are there, but so are all the rest. Whose version of the story do I want to tell? Okay, so now we got let Bond tell the story or let Powers speak. Well, what's more important for them to hear? Hear from Bond and glory or from power and truth? I don't know. I think maybe we should let Bond tell the story. I trust Bond to tell the most empathetic version of the story, the version everyone could use right now, yeah.
The War of the Aspirations. It began... I cannot say how it began. Several have claimed the title of instigator, but the first blood was drawn between chaos and power.
That doesn't surprise me.
Mm-hmm.
In a sense, it was inevitable. By our very nature, we attract opposition. Chaos desired greater freedom for Reverie, and so they hoped to abolish the heart.
Interesting.
Power disagreed.
Could have seen that coming.
His army lay siege to the labyrinth of chaos.
Army? Power mentioned something about an army before.
With enough egregor, we are able to conjure familiars, or split ourselves into 1,000 willing facets.
Interesting. Okay.
Power used both.
Great.
But chaos laid their traps well, and their trickery ate away at power's advance.
They say truth is often the first casualty of war. And so it almost was for us. They attempted to break the deadlock, on whose side I cannot recall, and they paid a heavy price.
Oh, is that how truth ended up buried or whatever?
For my own part, I tried to stem the tide of hostility, but no one would listen. Those were dark days indeed.
He sighs and falls silent. I'm not sure what to say. Before I come to any conclusions, I see glory fade into view.
It was rather horrid. You saw what happened when you rescued me from that misery pit and removed the heart of Reverie.
Yeah,
all hell broke loose.
Reverie not having a heart doesn't seem like such a good idea.
We were all afraid it was only a matter of time until the fighting broke out again.
Reverie and Brittle are mirrors. The state of one affects the other.
Yeah.
And in the island of Atina, we found the keystone between the two realms. Was it we who caused the downfall of the Oxyons? Or was it the waning of their culture that forced us to war?
Interesting.
Impossible to know. The bond between our realms is not a single strand, but an endless sea of connections.
Both dimensions are in a bad way right now, that's for certain. But where did the downturn start this time? With us and my mother's meddling? Or with the aspirations themselves? Who knows? Was it MK or me?
That whole mess and this one are perfect examples of why we needed an oracle.
I mean, I feel like we should be blaming MK.
When you can't rely on causality, at least you can get a second opinion.
Someone to choose the heart. Someone to help shape the direction of Reverie.
Someone to become the heart behind the heart. An observer and a guide.
Worked out pretty well, I'd say.
Well, more or less, at least until now. I think I've got everyone's attention. Nora wants me to keep going. And then... Nora nudges me in the ribs.
Go on then. You've got them in the palm of your what's-it. Don't lose them. Maybe talk about the first oracle. What were they like? Why did they choose who they chose?
Chaos interjects with a burst of laughter and jerks their thumb toward the other aspirations.
Good luck with that. Can't imagine you getting anything worth repeating out of this bunch. Or at least nothing coherent. Everyone's got an opinion.
Of course they do.
It's like our story, isn't it? We did our part. Now it's up to you to bring it home.
But I don't know how the story ends.
Oh, it doesn't end! No stories end!
That's very meta.
They just peter out. Look, I can tell you this much. For every cycle of humanity, each time there's a big old change in your world, a new aspiration is born.
We're well overdue for a new one. Like, really, it's been ages.
Yeah, you'd think that there'd be more of them. Have we really settled? Is this all humanity will ever be? I want to tell the crowd about the oracles, what they mean, what they're meant to do. But I'm not sure how to go on. Wing it? Or try to find out what really happened? I'm not sure. Am I next? Do they trust me to take it from here by myself, or ask for the crowd's opinion? They will not sugarcoat things, and they might provide some interesting perspectives. Gain 1 truth crystal and 1 glory crystal. What would Laszlo have said? 1 bond crystal and 1 chaos crystal. One can only wonder, but pondering it will help you grieve and bring you closer together. Ask Omar to fill in the blanks. The Naiads stayed out of the fight, so I can't do that one, but... I kind of want to ask for the crowd's opinion and see what happens. Gain 1 truth crystal and 1 glory crystal. The crowd gathered here is just as much a part of this as I am. So I decided to include them.
Where the story goes from here? Well, I suppose that's up to you now. Consensus. That's what we need. On the type of aspiration who should rule over the next stage of history.
They like that. There are smiles and rumblings. Someone shouts that they'd choose whichever aspiration would guarantee a decent cap on energy prices. There's laughter. Another voice asked which political system the aspirations lean towards. Yeah, but that's the thing, is like, you can't... I don't really think you can magic social change. I don't really think you can choose, like, or create, like, this, like, divine being to represent, like, justice and, like, goodness and, like, freedom and, like, peace and all those things that we want. Because it's all so complicated and, like, interwoven, and, like, we need to fundamentally, like, topple capitalism and all that jazz. And, like, it's not really, like, I don't really know if you can just choose an aspiration that's gonna, like, represent all of that or do all of that. After some more larking about, the discussion takes a more serious turn. Hey, those were valid, serious questions. Some want an aspiration who could ensure equality for all. Others argue that the people currently in power don't deserve equality. Well, that's not really the point. It's not about what people do or do not deserve. Like, that's the... Coming from an abolitionist place, it's not about what people do or do not deserve. It's about, like, what power the state has, and, like, they shouldn't have that power. And, like, everyone needs to have basic human rights. Otherwise, like, under certain circumstances, anyone could have their rights taken away if, like, the state wants to twist things in a certain way. So you fall under that particular definition of who gets to be a non-person in their eyes. Eventually, there is an agreement. The crowd is still angry at MK and the world, at the systems that led us to this point. They would choose a fighting aspiration, one who would bring order to the chaos of the world. Jade and Nora share a look. They seem pleased. I don't know if order is the best direction to go with this. But okay. Who were the oracles? Why them? Oh no, we're back in Nexus. I decide to consult the aspirations, despite their reluctance to dictate the end of the story. I just hope I don't look too odd back in Brittle. I open my eyes and they're all there, waiting.
Who were the oracles? How did you choose them? Did you even choose at all?
That is a good question.
What do you want from me? Really?
The silence that follows is heavy, laced with unspoken thoughts. I see a few of the gathered figures cast anxious glances at each other.
So, nothing's changed, has it? I'll have to figure this out by myself.
Great. I close my eyes again, imagining myself back in Brittle.
Harmony, wait!
Uh-oh. My eyes fly open.
Don't call me that!
The truth is, we chose the first oracle out of desperation.
We needed them.
We needed their guidance.
We needed an end to the war. An end we were unable to bring about ourselves.
So, that's all they were? A tool?
Initially, yes.
Great.
But then, well, we realized you're all right, you lot. Humanity.
You may not believe this, but it turned out we'd been so obsessed with our own affairs that we'd completely overlooked everything in Brittle.
Oh no, I believe that.
And so the arrangement became permanent, and the oracles became a guiding hand on the rudder of Reverie.
Uh-huh.
Not leaders, but advisors.
Major domos.
Producers.
Friends!
I love how all their answers are related to, like, what aspiration they are.
But what about me? What do you want from me?
That, I'm afraid, is up to you. What kind of oracle you choose to become is not up to us. It is the very nature of the agreement that you continue as your own person.
Great.
Right?
Okay.
Right.
I close my eyes and I'm back in Brittle. I'm getting the hang of this now, hopping between realms. Time pauses easily as I hop back and forth between Brittle and the sanctuaries. My audience is watching.
Well, in that case, I'm going to be...
Whoops. I don't think we were supposed to say I'm. Empathetic, spiritual, or ambitious. A good oracle must be dedicated to more than just materialistic considerations. Empathetic, bond. A good oracle is someone who cares for everyone, not a select few. Ambitious, glory. Why be good when you can be great? I think I'm leaning towards empathetic. I wish I could be all of these things, but... I closed my eyes for a moment before addressing the crowd again.
As the Oracle, I want to be empathetic.
Oh, so we're just laying it all out there now.
As the Oracle, I want to feel what others feel, and consider how others will react. Every decision must be for the benefit of the many, not the few.
People are smiling and there are a few claps. I do kind of dislike the goods of the many outnumber the needs of the few thing, because, like, I think it's kind of cold, and, like, sometimes the few are the people who are, like, in the margins, who are often, like, left out of things and pushed to the sides of society. It'd be nice if we could find a way to, like, care about everyone, but I get what she means. Trying to look out for a larger community and the world, and not just, like, your family and your friends or whatever. Oh, you can choose these too? Or are we cut off now? So we can choose multiples. Ambitious. I feel a hammering in my chest as I open my mouth to speak.
An oracle has to be fearless, ambitious, determined. Every decision I make must be firm, with everything I have behind it. Change requires strength, and I have the strength to be an effective oracle.
The crowd cheers. They like this talk of directness. What about spiritual? Truth. A good oracle must be dedicated to more than just materialistic considerations. Oh, it's locked. Whoopsie daisies. Oh well. I guess we only get to choose 2. Building sanctuaries. I'm not ready to tell that part of the story. Gain 1 bliss crystal. Building the nexus. There are other things to say first, or... Okay, we gotta go with this one first. Building the maze. Chaos. Fighting is messed up. What a waste of time, right, Glory? You started it, or you didn't. Maybe you didn't start it, but like, well, anyways. Building the maze. Gain 1 chaos crystal. The crowd's talking. As the murmurs merge, I manage to make out the overriding opinion. The oracle I'm describing is a kind of warrior.
Yes. A valid choice. Indeed, the very first oracle had the heart of a warrior. To bring about peace, they turned to war. They urged us to fight. To show our prowess on the field of battle. Fighting and fighting until all were weakened.
It can't just always be about fighting.
And we saw that nothing had changed. We realized the futility of it all. The pointless waste.
Fighting isn't always pointless.
The Oracle had us build the labyrinth. A maze to store all our grievances. A place where they could be... forgotten. We still... bear the scars of that quarrel. In more ways than one.
That doesn't seem very healthy.
And of course, there was only one real way to end the war. They had to bring peace to Brittle, too.
Okay. Building the nexus or building sanctuaries. I'm not going to tell that part of the story yet. Okay, so this is locked. This is locked. Fine. What do I do? Yana and Ursula interrupt. Yana's too shy to speak up since they and I didn't grow closer. Nora and Jade whisper. I've heard them giggling for the last few minutes. Okay. Gain 1 glory crystal, 1 bliss crystal, and 1 power crystal. Let's try this one. The aspiration fades, and I feel myself rising out of my trance. Throughout the whole experience, there's been a noise pulling at my attention. There it is again, Nora and Jade giggling. I lean over to Omar.
Did I say something funny?
You looked like you were reading from a script, talking about the first oracle.
I didn't realize, but I don't think any of it was particularly funny.
Were they even listening to me?
Hey, what's so funny?
The smile immediately drops from Nora's face. She coughs, pulling at her beanie. The whole crowd is looking at the two of them.
Nothing. Sorry. We just...
Honestly, all the history is interesting, but it's not primetime stuff, you know? We want to hear about actions. Real stuff we can work on, stuff that can make a difference.
Alright, fair enough.
Like, how did this first oracle settle the conflicts in Brittle?
Going by the folks here, the prescients, the oracle must have been pretty powerful. Definitely powerful enough to stop a war.
Alright. Fine. An offering from Reverie, spend time in Reverie, or an offering from Atina, find rest in Atina. Guess we can't do these now. Yeah. The gift of prescience, or a secret ally. Or unlimited strength, or a sense of wisdom. So you gotta go with an offering from Reverie, or an offering from Atina. Huh. I'm kind of curious about all of these, but guess I gotta pick one, so find rest in Atina. There are no aspirations here, but I feel the words flowing through me from elsewhere.
The first oracle split their time between the realms. They learned from the aspirations, but also their fellow humans. This was their skill. Duality of perspective. But to end the war in Brittle, they ended up spending more time there than in Reverie. They spread the word of their sister realm and the aspirations that lived there. They told people the lessons they'd learnt there. Used those lessons to improve the world. Soon, the population gathered around the Oracle, willing them to bring peace. And soon, the Oracle gained the power needed to fulfill that wish.
Interesting. I don't know how I feel about the whole idea that the Oracle themselves, like, just on their own can bring peace. Because, like, it kind of undoes all of the strength of, like, the social movement stuff with, like, the community. A necklace. This object has its own history. Gift of prescience. Secret ally. I have no idea what you're talking about. Gain 1 chaos crystal. I'm gonna try all of these. Fucking hell. Saint of Atina. Put faith in people. Use the necklace. Clean slate. Interesting. Okay. Face the Tyrant. What's that from? Put faith in people. The Saint of Atina. I'm kind of interested in a secret ally. I have no idea what you're talking about. Gain 1 chaos crystal. There is a particular aspiration that stands apart from the others. Though Glory was separated from them and sequestered away, she's regenerated quickly. Not so with Chaos, who may never have been fully integrated to begin with. Notion of strange history churns up muck from its seabed. My mind is clouded with the debris.
The Oracle noticed how interested Chaos was in humanity.
Who, me?
And that aspiration grew closer to them as the Oracle spent more time away from Reverie. They joined them on their extended trips to Brittle. They enjoyed the unpredictability of the human race.
Oh, is Polly talking about Chaos and Ursula?
Well, I'm sure I don't know anything about this.
Chaos told the first Oracle a secret. That they were shunned by their fellow
Are we
aspirations.
straight up making this up? Because that's kind of
Ostracized.
funny.
Because no one wanted to admit the truth. Chaos is the most powerful of them all.
Interesting. Although, I hate that we, got rid of the other two. The state of Atina, what was the island like back then? The crowd is hooked. I don't even know if it's me who's telling the story now, or if some or all of the aspirations are talking through me. But all these words, all these stories, they want to hear more. As if caught in the same strange trance, Omar addresses the crowd.
This was back when Atina was facing its darkest days. There was an ecological disaster. The specifics are lost to time, but we know the population was devastated by vicious storms, which brought floods and mudslides. Then, as they are wont to do, a dictator arose, taking advantage of the pain and suffering to wield absolute power. The people were despondent. The ruling class's own inadequacy provided the perfect distraction. As they lurched from one calamity to the next, the populace grew ever more apathetic. And when there were signs of rebellion, half the populace looked away, or sided against their own interests.
It was up to the Oracle to break this cycle, to break the system that had enslaved the people. So they had to act. They decided to.
Interesting. Face the tyrant, glory. Your story needs a good villain for the hero to shine, or put faith in the people. Truth, unite them, give them something to believe in. I think I'd rather put faith in the people, but I don't have enough truth crystals. Or, no, you just gain 2 truth crystals, so it's fine. Images float before my eyes. Speeches, learning, the forging of new systems.
The Oracle had faith in the people to dig themselves out. They pursued a path of knowledge, teaching the populace a different way to live. The foundations of new forms of government were built. Curiosity reigned, and people studied the world around them. What's more, people shared their knowledge. They didn't secret it away or censor it. They taught one another. This gave them more power through the sum of that knowledge.
I kind of wish there was, a bond option for this, because some of this sounds good, but, I don't know if, the power of knowledge is always... I don't know if that's always gonna work just on its own.
They decided to.
Alright. Clean slate, or use the necklace. I didn't talk about it before. It'd be weird to bring it up now. Right, yeah, so I didn't mention it before, so I can't do it now. Alright, and then that's gonna lead us up there. What's that? Let's try about luck. Huh. Alright. Let's figure it out. No, back, down. Fucking. There we go, a clean slate. That's the only way to start anew. Start again.
They decided to start again, thanks to the gift of prescience. The Oracle and a select few decided to begin a new cycle, outside of the old. They believed Athena had become unsalvageable. That they had to instead create the world they wanted to live in.
Burn it down, start all over again, build from the ground up. It's not the worst idea. There we go. Bond, breaking free. Sometimes a small group can bring about a major change, or... Do I have anything else? I guess not. Just let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay. Breaking free. Sometimes a small group can bring about major change. But it wasn't enough.
The Oxyon civilization collapsed. After a few decades, all that was left were some musty books and ruins. The tyrant destroyed the rest. But the Oracle and their followers were safe. They found a corner of Athena to call home. A space where the tyrant's influence was weak. They created their own way of life and lived in peace.
The words stop, and I feel the rest of my breath leave my body. The crowd seemed satisfied. It wasn't a happy ending, but neither was it entirely bad.
Great! So, what? This Oracle and their cultists just left the rest to hang?
Yeah, I don't feel great about that, personally.
My thoughts precisely.
And they thought this tyrant would just let them be. Let me guess. That didn't happen?
But wait. Change is a long-term process, right? You told me that.
Sure.
So how do you enact long-term change if there's no one around to, actually change things?
Yeah, that's a good point.
That dictator guy, long gone. Consigned to the history books. How many people here have even heard of him?
No one raises their hand.
What if that's because of the seeds the Oracle planted? Planted on their own terms?
Jade sighs and rubs her forehead. I'm expecting resistance, but when she looks up, there's a light in her eyes.
Yeah.
That's a good point, yeah,
maybe you're
actually.
right. So go on then. Which aspiration are you going to choose? Who becomes the heart?
I love how we're just discussing all of this openly now, in front of everyone. Like, did just everyone just know? I'm too tired for this right now, but it looks like the crowd isn't. The gathered people seem to have an opinion. A new aspiration? I don't think I can do this. Truth. Chaos. Can't really tell you a lot, to be honest. Fine, whatever. Leave me to sulk. Good day, I say. Have 3 bliss crystals. I don't have 3 bliss crystals. I have a lot to make amends for and revenge to take. 3 glory crystals. Truth, I have been chosen many times. I am suited to this role. A story about love. Bond, this is quite humbling, to be honest. Yeah, I don't have enough power crystals. A story about ambition. Power, you're missing out. At some point you must do what needs to be done. I think I'm leaning towards either picking Bond or Glory. Like, I have a hard time with the idea of just, like, picking one aspiration to be the heart, because I don't know if picking one to be the heart is a good idea, but apparently I have to, so... And, like, it gets all disastrous when there's no heart, so... I guess someone's gotta be in charge. I wish I had unlocked the new aspiration, though, but... It looks like... Unlocked by a secret. Damn. Sucks that we can't unlock the new aspiration, but whatever. A story about love. I think fundamentally at the end of it, that's what it is, right? A story about love. Love for humanity, love for your community, and love for each other, and also just love for life. The prescients in the crowd immediately start to whisper a single name. Bond. Nora obviously sees my ears perk up.
Connection, empathy. Yeah. I think Bond would have been Grandpa's choice, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right.
It has been a long, long time since I was elected Heart. Maybe because humans often associate kindness and understanding with weakness and frailty.
Well, it's their mistake.
But when I am placed at the center of Reverie, connections are made. Art, creativity, trade, all flourish. Eras under my guidance often see the growth of incredible civilizations. But often, these cultures would grow cruel and overwhelming. When expansion required it, colonization often came.
Yikes.
I will never get used to the duality of your kind, capable of such incredible empathy and such cold devastation.
Well, it's capitalism, white supremacy, and colonialism. Like, they don't exist in a bubble. They aren't like a inherent natural part of human nature. Those things are like taught and enforced in society. I relay his words to the crowd. Many agree, and despite the potential downsides, I think Bond is still the best choice. Tomorrow, my own story has taught me a thing or two. And with that, my story ends. Or it concludes for now, at least. It's late, people are tired. They begin to drift back to the naiads to sleep. I hear my story repeated in different voices all across the beach in discussions and debates, some arguments even. For me, it clarified things, like the decision I'll have to make. I stifle a yawn and make my excuses to the few who remain. All that can wait until tomorrow. Is that it? Are we done? End of chapter. Oh. There's a third chapter to Act 5. I thought there was only 2 chapters. Whoopsie daisies. Okay. Give a name to the nameless. On the edges of fate. Today is the day. Birdsong streams enter my room. I open my eyes to sunlight, morning, and immediately am overwhelmed by intrusive thoughts. The state of Atina, the aspirations, the choices I made, Laszlo. I push the thoughts aside as I head to the shower. The least I can do is approach the day feeling good about myself. Oh, well, the MK people are gone. When I'm done, I head over to the main building. My thoughts are more ordered now, at least, but there's still a lot of them running through my head. I hear the warble of someone's tried a news report, Ursula's lawsuit against MK. The reason we've all been so on edge. It's been dismissed. Out of hand. I catch some fragments of the judgment. Insufficient this, inconclusive that. I'm already so overwhelmed by the weight of the world that it barely registers. So much has happened in such a short period. Even during the downtime, I still never really got a handle on it all. I look over to Laszlo's garden. Someone is tending to the plants there. I don't recognize them. The kitchen is full of people coming and going, just like it was in the old days. But now I hardly know any of the people here. It feels good to have the naiads so busy, but I miss waking up to the sound of Laszlo's coffee machine, to Nora's laugh. Where's Nora? Shouldn't she still be here? Ursula isn't here either, damn. This is where it all started, where I found the necklace and the new world that came with it. I take a deep breath, taking in the aromas of my childhood, now tinged with so much more than nostalgia. I sit. This is it then, the end of the story, or at the very least, a pause. My options seem so overwhelming. Then I hear it, a hum, a buzz, a soft voice. The same voice that called me, that led me to the necklace over a month ago. But this isn't the necklace, it's below me. I can sense it now. A new aspiration? I close my eyes and I'm back at the lake. It's real, right below the naiads. Makes sense. It explains why this place is so important to us all. And no one knows. No one but me. I have changed. I am a different person. I feel charged with a new energy. Renewed. Expanded future. I need to see things more clearly, no matter what it takes. Whatever lies ahead, I can't shake the feeling that I need more clarity, more control. And there's only one place I can find it. Once I thought this place might become a second home. Now it only reminds me of everything that's happened. There's still that deep feeling of history, however, as if merely existing here is trespassing on sacred ground. I suppose in a way it is.
I don't even know what I'm doing here.
Sure you do, Sprout.
I can't help but smile as Bliss walks curiously about the place.
The Augural. It's not enough. Not anymore.
And with all the egregor you've gathered up, you're gonna supercharge it.
I think so. It might allow me to change things, change the future, but
Alright, let's see how this goes.
how do I know this?
Part of every oracle is of Reverie. Your subconscious is linked to us aspirations, and the sum total of our knowledge. Egregor is our source of power, just as it is the Augurals. But no one has ever risked exposing themselves to such an amount.
Uh-oh. There's no disapproval in Truth's voice, just a cold reality.
But will it work?
Yes, but not perhaps in the manner you expect.
Oh,
You will
God.
become one with time itself. Your presence on this plane will bend in ways even I cannot foresee.
Days will feel like seconds, months like hours, years like... Well, you get the idea.
Uh-oh.
And back here? In reality? I don't want the others to worry.
To them, you will be present and absent. There, but not there.
I don't know about that.
Like a cat in a box.
Schrodinger's harmony.
Remember what I told you way back when we met?
No, that was like at the beginning of September for me.
Try not to think about it too much.
I don't.
I concentrated, and a pool of egregor shimmers under an unseen light before me. I know what I have to do. Before I can think twice, I take a deep breath and dive headfirst into the iridescent blue. I don't get a choice? Okay. I'm dead. I must be. I'm floating in a void, bereft of feeling. But no, I'm still here, alive, and I can feel the power I so desperately sought. I can see places where I am not, through the eyes of people I know. I see the world as if through compound eyes, each angle a new vision of reality. I see... a heart. Can I click on any of this? No. Okay. On my own. It's just me now. No time for second thoughts. You maintained a balance between all the aspirations. Chaos. Didn't receive enough egregor. Power. Power pledges allegiance. I thought you wanted to change the world. Disappointed you. Okay, fine. Wow. Rude. Bliss is thankful you believe in me enough. So I can't do any of these. Did I not give any of them enough egregor? Not even bond? Because I was a bit too busy, like, trying to maintain a balance. Or trying to even things out. Bond will follow me. A veil of honey and flowers could have wrapped the world in its gentle embrace. Glory is determined. I should have taken my revenge on Monoconzern, but you deprived me of that chance. Truth is ready. More than order, I could have brought purpose, knowledge, and progress. So I guess we're just on our own then. Okay. On my own. It's just me now. No time for second thoughts. I hear voices calling to me from the void. Some are forceful, others playful. The aspirations are calling to me. But I ignore them. For now, at least. Right now I want to be alone with myself. The egregor has given me a certain clarity that wasn't there before. And I think confidence, or the ability to see the confidence I already had, to use it to its fullest. There are obstacles ahead. I see strife and pain before things even have the chance to improve. But they look manageable. I see myself overcoming them without outside help. The voices change. There's the distinct impression of awe amongst them now. Like I've passed some kind of test. Huh. Interesting. Time and self dissolve. I'm starting to see further than ever before. Oh boy. The voices fade and are replaced by images of places. Avatina, my home. A young woman buys groceries from a store, waving to the owner as she leaves. As she walks away, she notices a camera scanning her face, the MK logo on its side. I see two teams of children playing football. The ball soars through the air, narrowly missing a drone. It flashes a message. The child has been fined. MK operatives will visit his parents soon. I see a man at work on the computer, his fingers typing a dance across a keyboard. He writes a story of a hero overcoming oppression, of a villainous organization named Monoconzern. Meta. Every image I see, every flash of reality, MK is there. God, that's bleak. I can feel the butterfly flapping its wings and the storm front changing course. Nice, don't nod. Nice. I can feel it all. It will all begin here, in eye of the storm where everything is still. In the spotlight, revolution is spread and divided. Tina. Nice. Cheers to the fray. Almost stood strong and united against MK. I guess into the fray is where we're at now. Oh, we gotta play this first. The images begin to fade, or rather they are refocused. Is that supposed to be day? They all orbit a single location, the center of all the futures streaming out from this moment. The Naiads. This is the locus of all things. Brittle, Reverie, Alma, and MK. I feel my hands, or the sensation of forces I choose to call my hands, reach out. Begin to shepherd the features. Shape them into a wave that will wash MK and its plans away. Nice. MK is going to be relentless in their crackdown on the Alma commune. After the aspirations helped us, we didn't have to struggle financially, but we didn't get that one because we didn't do revolution. I didn't ask the aspirations to watch over the Naiads. I should have. Great. Iana's connections unlock MK's internal conflict. Well, I guess this is the only one we can do. Into the fray, MK is going to be relentless in their crackdown on the Alma commune. After recent events, the Naiads has become a bastion caught between two warring tribes. On one side, the locals of Alma in active revolt. On the other, the corporate overlords of Monoconcern. It's an unenviable position.
Saw another patrol.
When?
10 minutes ago. 4 of them this time.
Bloody drones. What are they even looking for?
Not for. At. They're looking at us. And making sure we know it.
Under Ursula's ownership, these buildings have always been a place for the needy or desperate. But now they're a neutral state in a rapidly evolving conflict. Great. That's not good. Jade's idol. Jade moves in the same circles as journalists and whistleblowers or Ursula's acquaintance. In her most active years, she met a lot of people fighting MK, capitalism and imperialism. Oh, you have to do one or the other. Okay, well, if we do Ursula's acquaintance, then, like, that's gonna take us to... Hang on. Need to back up. Okay, it's gonna take us over here to... I don't know. Or we could do, to back up a bit more, Ursula. That's gonna lead us to Ursula's censored. I think maybe Jade? Jade's idol? But that's gonna lead to Jade getting arrested, but then we can do massive boycott. I guess, I don't know. I reach out and shape the future I wish to bring about. It starts with Jade. One afternoon, she sets out with a purpose. Nora wants to know where she's going. She won't tell. Too risky. A few hours later, she enters an old bar full of men with worn faces and aging bodies. At the back is an old woman. Her eyes sparkle as she sees the young activist. A journalist once, she was long since blacklisted by MK. Now she lives here amongst the forgotten. She reaches out to Jade in search of information. What's really going on? Is there a way she can help? Jade speaks to her persuasively, emboldening her spirit. Alma needs her once more. And the old woman has stories to tell. So many stories. All of them about MK and its doings. Alright. Days, nights, weeks, I can see further than ever before. Can I unlock this yet? Yeah. I feel time accelerate before my eyes. I laugh as the world spools forward at high speed, little figures dancing like puppets. My laughter quickly fades. CMK's reach expand. They recover quickly from the events of the last few weeks. Emboldened, out for blood. Christ. This ain't good. I see houses repossessed, families thrown out into the streets. I see communities devastated by disappearances. I see police brutality. I see how it's ignored and covered up. I see the fake news and sensationalism. I see a fleet of drones blocking out the sun's rays. Christ. Oh. How am I gonna fix this? And then we're here. Network outage. MK delivers a punch to the gut. I guess this is the only one I can do. MK delivers a punch to the gut. Fuck. This isn't going as well as I had hoped. Eventually, MK grows bold enough to act more directly. Electricity, water, internet, they control it all. Only by their grace are neighborhoods heated, watered, connected. Now that privilege is revoked from those it deems a threat. Almost severed from the network, all the networks. Cauterized like a rotten limb.
Okay, I checked. It's not just us. It's Alma. The whole neighborhood. No water, no power, nothing.
Alright, I'm back. I fixed my keffiyeh. It turns out I just can't do it with my hair down. Like, I should have learned my lesson. Or I can't do it with my hair up. Sorry, I gotta have my hair down. It just doesn't look right. And, like, I managed to get, like, the ends a decent length, kind of. So, it looks better now. But, yeah. Let's wrap this up.
Wait, they can't do that. Can they do that?
Seems super illegal, but hey, corporations do super illegal shit all the time, and nothing happens, so...
Legally, no. They can't. Which means...
Which means they're no longer operating under the rule of law.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, I think we have to play this one. Jade met with her idol. A few days after the shut-off, nothing has been done. There was dissent and outrage from the residents, but the media looked away and the police refused to intervene. MK's confidence grows.
They took her!
Oh boy.
They took who? Slow down, dear.
Jade! Those bastards arrested Jade!
It happened in broad daylight in the skater park of all places. There was resistance, a scuffle. A boy was hit in the face with a police baton. He'll never see out of his left eye again. The charges against Jade are read later at a hearing. Terrorism, public disorder, disturbance of the peace, remanded in custody. Activists old and young take to the streets. Anger is boiling over. Fucking hell. I don't know if I can do anything because I don't have the aspirations support, so I can't use going public or massive boycott. Shit. So we gotta stay silent. Fuck, that's not good. Alright, well, let's hope. Shaking MK out of business. I don't know. We can't play glimmers of hope, so a natural change. I don't think we can do out of business either. Okay, we can't do any of these. Unless people dream of revolt. Where are we? MK is open to negotiation. Well, I guess this is what happens when you try and, like, mediate too much and, like, stay in the middle. Can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do any of this shit except... Christ, I'm lost. Silence. Time rolls on without me. Truce to remain above the crunching, grinding interactions of cause and effect. I watch fate slide its piece across the board and do nothing. But it is an action laced with intent. I trust to fate to watch the future unfold. I don't know if this is the smartest decision, but it's the only decision we have. Almost sinking. They'll hold everyone hostage. Christ. I can't do any of this. Can't do any of this. Unnatural change. No, it's locked. Okay, can't do that. That's locked. So where are we? Almost sinking. They'll hold everyone hostage. The entire island of Atina feels the effects of MK's actions. Some more than others, and it caused problems for MK too, but the message came through loud and clear. MK is Atina. Without services, without networks, and without support, it almost starts to wither on the vine. Children go to bed cold and hungry. The adults fear for the future. Well, my revolution's fucked. Day after day, people rush to the beach en masse. The rolling waves have become the only way to stay clean and sanitary. A smell wafts through the streets. Decay. Okay, so we're fucked. Oh, fuel to the fire. Consumerism truly is a rigged game. It's the oldest trick in the book. Create the problem, present the solution. Be the villain to become the hero. MK starts handing out vouchers, free accommodation and hot showers, food and shelter. The people flock to these new poorhouses. Some end up temporarily barracked in the very apartments they were evicted from. But even so, pro-MK sentiments grow bit by bit. Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Another group of Prescients just left.
Please don't tell me they...
There's a new temporary accommodation center over at the old cinema. Hot food, beds, heat.
Do they not remember who turned off their fucking electricity and water in the first place?
Damn.
Not that I can really blame them, though, because, like...
Of all people, they should know better. They should have seen.
They do. They have. They don't care. They know we can't provide. Maybe they thought they were doing us a favor?
Fucking hell.
Reducing the mouths we have to feed.
It's hard to look a gift horse in the mouth when it's the only thing standing between your children and starvation, yeah. The aspirations look over the situation with concern. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't ask for your help. I'm sorry I didn't give you enough of rigor. Dreams of ego or dreams of freedom. Dreams of justice, bond and truth will send people dreams to help them get through it. Dreams of justice, dreams of freedom, chaos, and power will send dreams of resistance. the last vestiges of its connection to Reverie, MK pushes back. How? Its new advertising campaign is ruthlessly effective, targeting those ground down by the constant unrest. Remember how easy life used to be, it says. Remember when things were good. It works, at first. But the campaign pushes power and chaos, the most unlikely of allies, to the breaking point. Together, they send the people visions of chaotic freedom enforced and created their strength. Endure, adapt, survive. Dreams of care. Bond and bliss will help them cope. Can I do that one too? Bliss and Bond meet to discuss the suffering. They embrace and talk for hours. Eventually they come together in agreement. They will send pleasant dreams to the population. Because I think they need both. Peace and also dreams of uprising and revolution. Islands of calm amid the storm. A sense of peace falls across Alma, taut and fragile, but there. The people are still downtrodden, but at least now they awake each morning refreshed. Okay. Now what can I do? If the people dream of revolt, the aspirations keep fanning the flames of revolt. Can I do it? Yeah. There we go. The aspirations continue to observe the situation with growing concern. Eventually something snaps. Perhaps it was the rationing of water and the cancellation of the regular aid shipments. Or the police raid gone wrong and body bags stacked in the street. Either way, the aspirations of Reverie chose to act together. When night falls, the population dreams of nothing but revolt. Justice achieved at the end of an improvised baton. Tabletops fashioned into riot shields. Overthrow. Revolt. Resist. Hell yeah, people! Let's do it. I feel like this is such a mess, but if I can turn this around, I'll be happy. Hang on, where are we? We can't do any of these, so where are we? All is lost? Oh, I don't want to play that one, but I guess I have to. The tide is turning against the people. Whether through fear, suffering, or both, MK remains ahead. Their stocks, recently at an all-time low, rally. Investor meetings end with smiles and handshakes. Alma remains off-net. No journalists visit, no stories are posted. Feelings of hope and determination fade. The world appears to move on. And again, I mentioned it before, but like, connections to Palestine, like I can't help but make those connections, especially with this. That's why it's very important to keep momentum going. Glimmers of hope. Fire can be tamed, but it won't be extinguished. There we go, now I can play this one. Just as the final glimmer of hope appears to sputter and die, a cinder catches, a newborn glow of possibility pulses faintly in the dark. Fragile, vulnerable, but there. Did I do this? Did I inspire this ecotastrophe? Was it the aspirations working as they promised? Or is it the simplest explanation, pure dumb luck? Yeah, I can't do any of these because I don't have any crystals, so it has to be a natural change. NK's grip on Atina is weakening. Everything feels different. I do too. A change settles over the island, though no one can say where it came from. Monoconzern loosens its grasp. Restrictions are lifted, networks reestablished. The residents of Alma react with confusion as a battle they didn't know they were fighting ends in apparent victory.
It makes no sense.
Everything that's happened, it has to have had an effect on their bottom line. Maybe that's why...
No, Ursula's right. They don't think like that short term. This doesn't make sense.
What's going on then?
At all. But whatever the reason is, we should be thanking our lucky stars.
Yeah, like what the hell happened? They wouldn't just give up, especially when they were basically winning. Monoconzern retreats. Its presence still casting a shadow over the island, but its actions slow and stop. Okay, so we got Shaking MK. This one's locked, but... No, they're both locked. A new tomorrow, what will it have in store? Across Atina, the air clears. Breaths are drawn of relief and sadness both. The skies are clear, the streets free of security personnel. For a while there is joy. Parties puncture the night silence, cries of happiness and passion, and tears over those who were lost. Jade and Nora confess their love. Ursula sits alone with 2 glasses. She taps her drink against the other and thinks of the man she has lost. Almor takes stock, dotting up the precise number of priceless manuscripts destroyed by needless discord. Yana is Yana. They party and plan, never stopping for rest. But then reality returns. MK is, for all intents and purposes, gone. So what happens next? That seems kind of anticlimactic. So what, they just gave up? But why is the question. The hand that fed, MK being gone won't solve every problem. Yeah, obviously. Capitalism very much is still a thing. The news is bad.
No, I'm serious. There's nothing left.
Well, there must be something. Don't supermarkets have I don't know, reserve stock or something?
No, definitely not. That's what the supply chain was for. You know, the supply chain that just collapsed.
Great. Food, energy, organized shelter. MK left a gaping hole at the center of Atina until something, government, charities, NGOs arrive to fill it, there's not much left. Yeah, this is the issue, right? We still need food, resources, and like capital. These things that still like cost money everywhere else. Capitalism very much is still a thing. Never again. Atina starts thinking about how to make sure no company like MK is ever again able to control it. Piece of the pie. For the people, by the people. Alright, from scratch. Doxing land, new democracy, I don't know. Okay, never again. Atina starts thinking about how to make sure no company like MK is ever again able to control it. Hard lessons have been learned. With MK gone, there remains a real risk of another wolf arriving at the door. Yeah, there's always going to be another wolf unless we abolish capitalism. Another corporation that seeks to control and dominate. So the first step in the reconstruction is to be found in people's committees. Groups of locals, experts covering everything from infrastructure to social mobility. Layers of checks and balances to ensure the fist of corporate control never again closes over Atina. Okay. The Oxian way. People get interested in the Oxians. How did they live? They knew there was another world, or a new democracy. Elections will be held. Unlock fixing old structures. If I have to choose one, I am curious about the Oxian thing. The Oxian way. A new idea starts to spread among the people left on the island. The newsways failed, so the newsways failed. I think that's supposed to be the new ways. So why not return to the old? Soon, Omar, as the preeminent expert on the Oxians, is being sought after for advice. How did they govern? Reverie is real, so how can we live our lives in communion with our sister realm? That's actually a good idea. And how can we abolish capitalism? People delve into dream logic, spend lucid nights exploring their psyches. The prescients test the limits of their powers. Interpretation is difficult, but soon society shifts to accommodate the visions and directions of the dream world. Atina heals, all pain eventually fades. Time passes. The months roll by, one after another. Wounds heal, but scars remain. Everyone in Atina bears them now, no matter their former allegiances. But there is laughter on the streets again. Simple pleasures are had without fear or guilt. There is growth. New opportunities. Capitalism will always seek profit. Yeah, no shit. New cycle begins. There is still a conditions to be met. Alright, fine. New opportunities. News travel abroad about recent events on Atina. Now a flock of investors is looking into funding new structures, systems, and infrastructure on the island. Great. New opportunities arise all across Atina in a flurry of activity.
They opened a new store. Did you see?
The one sponsored by the car company? Yeah. We need to be careful. We can't afford to backslide into oppression just because they flash us a golden smile.
Oh, I'm with you, Jade. You and me are on the same page.
True. They've got great bomba, though.
Well... Oh, shit.
Me, when I'm seduced by materialism. Where are we? Unity. Atina is living and breathing again. There's a different kind of air in my lungs. Yeah. Open borders, parasites, interesting. Investing in dreams, meeting the aspirations. Oxian temples are reopened. Use some of MK's research, but I can't do any of those things because I don't have any crystals, so it has to be Unity. Atina is living, breathing again. Atina is changing, no longer crushed by a monoconzern's punishing grip. Power structures shift in favor of equality. No single individual or organization will govern Atina again. To do so would tip the scale too harshly, and thus unbalanced it would collapse. Some may try, if so, they'll learn. Atina has changed. Each and every community now has a say in the island's decisions. It's a beautiful thing to behold, a set of scales in perfect balance. Flowers bloom from the ashes. No, it's locked, or the Oxian way. In the depths of dreams. I guess that's all wrong. Oh, we're all locked. Okay, fine. Yeah, a new cycle begins. The time has come. Seamus Creek. I genuinely have no idea where this is gonna go, like how this is gonna end. I have a sinking suspicion we're not going to abolish capitalism at the end of the game, although we've made some progress. Something has changed. The wind rising from the sea carries hopes and dreams, and it's ethereal, or ephemeral, I don't know how to pronounce that, currents, soothing almost scars. And now we're back in Reverie. In Reverie, the air is warm, the red sky shivering as if in anticipation. Every passing moment is punctured by the echoes of a steady heartbeat. For the first time in what feels like eons, I take a breath.
It worked. I made...
You saw the many-faceted future and made it your own.
Kinda, yeah. I didn't get to do everything I wanted to do, but yeah. They're here, all of them. Is this real?
You are here with us. Together. We are real.
Quite the experiment back there. I don't even think I'd have dared do something as batshit as that.
But it worked, didn't it? Look at what she did.
She risked destroying the fabric of reality itself to shape fate to her will.
Yeah.
I am impressed, Harmony.
Great.
And now? What happens now?
Now, honey, it's showtime.
Okay. The time has come to make my final choice. Oh, do I have to choose? I thought I already chose the heart, but okay. No more delays, no more indecision. The new heart awaits. Oh, I can't pick anyone to be the heart because I don't have any crystals. You can't choose me, I'm not strong enough. Heart of iron. Part of everything, chaos, harmony. You know how this works, don't you? You can't pick me. Heart of glass. Truth, I cannot be your new heart, but I will respect your decision. Bliss, I understand you want to play with me, but I'm busy. Sprout. Heart of sugar. Bliss. Heart of diamond. Glory. I could have... whatever. And then... respond. Heart of gold. You cannot pick me, Harmony, but I'll be watching to see what you choose. I love you. So then who's going to be the new heart? Balance and brittle. I watch time go by rather than accepting the aspiration's help, and my heart's beating so fast. Balance and reverie. With Athena free from MK, reverie changes too. Change comes to reverie. Old rivalries darken and fade. Each aspiration is granted a new perspective on their world and the next. Each aspiration looks to the others as equals. Oh, so there isn't going to be a heart. Competition is forgotten. Balance reigns in reverie for the first time in its existence. Alright. Born anew. Balance and brittle. Brittle and reverie are held in a new balance, and it has to do with me. Why are my hands so hot? Born anew. I feel the touch of infinity. To see the depths of the cosmos and what it is to know one's place within. Terrifying, humbling, horrific. But the fear passes as my vision, what passes for vision, swims with starlight. A mandala of connections, a tapestry of the interwoven links that bind fate to reality and causality to consequence. I feel my concept of what is expand. Future explodes into a web of paths untaken. Time ceases its forward motion and becomes as a tranquil sea. I have become more than I once was, and also somehow less, as the idea of Polly evaporates amongst the endless stars. That's probably not a good idea. Or that's probably not great. Oh, I have a feeling I know where this is going. Potentially, maybe. Balanced and brittle, I watch time go by rather than accepting the aspiration's help, and my heart's beating so fast. Athena saved itself. It faced adversity, and without the help of others, righted itself against the storm. There's a pride there now, an identity that was suffocated under the boot heel of monoconcern. And that pride is all I need to see what's needed. Something new. Something of this place. A new aspiration. I believe in myself. I open my eyes.
It is done. She is here.
Reverie feels different now. Less like a place and more an extension of my own self. Yeah, I kind of saw this coming. The other aspirations are gathered around the heart, and I see streams of light connecting them to each other. To me.
Harmony. Welcome.
I smile, and the gathered figures burst into celebration. Bliss charges towards me, wrapping her skinny arms around my waist. Power claps his mighty hands together in a thunderous cacophony of applause. Bond touches me on the shoulder, and I feel an inner warmth like never before. Truth simply nods, a grin on their lips. Flashbulbs pop and flash as Glory bows dramatically. Chaos runs screaming around the heart, laughing hysterically, followed by a manic pack of dachshunds.
I am harmony. I am equilibrium. Peace. I have arrived.
So we're an aspiration now. I reach into the heart, and I am everywhere and nowhere all at once. Reverie is me, and I am Reverie. I am the heart. And I shall guide this world towards balance. Nice. That's pretty cool. Although I do kind of hate the fact that she has to, like, abandon her mortal life and mortal identity with, like, her family and shit. End of chapter. Oh, I just got an achievement where I belong. Oh my god, that's so cool.
The world seems much simpler now. The connective lines of causality dance before me like willing supplicants.
Oh my god, now she's reading the narrative because she's in charge of the narrative. That's very meta. I love it.
Showing me the effect before the cause. I left many I loved behind. Yet, I feel no pain.
Yeah, well, I maybe do a little bit.
I can see them. Learning from their mistakes. Some growing from their suffering. All celebrating their victories. On the tip of my tongue, waves of powerful emotions. Each with its own flavor. Nora, Omar, Ursula, Yana. These beloved characters exist in my mind, drawn and cosplayed by my heart and the million souls within it.
Meta.
On the shores of Atina, many believed that Polly was lost. Nothing could be further from the truth. I was not lost. Harmony was found. And I know you will carry this name like a flame, as long as my age lives and shines.
Oh my god, that's it. That's the end. Why am I low-key about to cry? Oh my god. That was a journey. My throat feels like it's breaking. I can't believe it's over. Yeah, I kind of like that ending. But I do kind of, I don't know, feel not great about, like, her leaving her mortal life behind. But I think it's pretty cool that she became an aspiration. I don't know. So I have mixed feelings about it. Yeah, so that was Harmony: The Fall of Reverie. I don't know what to say. I feel like most of my feelings I've, like, been continuously, like, saying and, like, you know, updating you on throughout, like, this entire playthrough, as opposed to, you know, like, what am I saying? Just, like, waiting until the end to give you, like, a giant review. But I think, like, just all in all, I did enjoy it. It was very creative and sweet and interesting and did a lot of interesting things with, like, choice and narrative. And I like the themes of, like, trying to overthrow capitalism and a corporation and revolution and revolt and, like, the messiness of trying to, like, sustain a revolution and, like, do community building, but, like, the warmth that comes from that, like, collective organizing. I don't know. I really liked it. Like, I think in some ways it's a bit long. Like, I think some parts could be shorter or, like, cut out. Like, there are certain, like, the middle part, I get that they were trying to showcase her grief and, like, the monotony of her, like, life in the space of grief. But, like, I think that section did drag out a bit, and, like, yeah, I think some parts could have been, like, shortened slightly. And the ending did feel a bit, like, kind of rushed and a little anticlimactic in places. Like, I kind of wanted more of, like, a substantial, like explanation for why MK just, like, gave up and, like, went away. Other than, like, oh, like, it's a video game and the game is almost over, so everything has to resolve itself in one neat little bow. But yeah. Overall, I really enjoyed it, for the most part. Thanks to everyone who came by and watched the stream. I do appreciate it. Thanks to everyone who might be watching the VOD afterwards, and thanks to everyone who might be watching this on YouTube later on when I post these to YouTube.